yeah, so we're going to start with the Drew Star. We'll get into stillness. And I thought I'd have a little bit of a read up on what solstices are all about. And this winter solstice is all about stillness. So we'll practice the sun salutation. And we'll do two versions. So we'll do the version where we do the cat and the sphinx, and then we'll do the second version, which is the dog and the cobra. If you want to repeat the first, you can do. We're going to get grounded with the earth sequence, get some lovely flow happening, and then we're going to end with the moon sequence. So we've got quite a physical class, and the essence of it is all about stillness. So I shall take my cardigan off, and I'm going to invite you to come to the centre of your mat. And we're going to take it easy to begin with by just giving the right hand a shake. Just feel all the digits loosening up. So nice to see you all. I think the yoga saves us, doesn't it? You know, when it's this time of year, it's all a bit hectic and stuff, and then you just come into yoga world and it's just the same. So feel your thumb loosen up and your first finger, your middle finger, your ring finger and your little finger. And we're just shaking away any tiredness. We're going to let it flow into the palm and the wrist, forearm. And then your bicep loosens up and your shoulder. And then just separate your feet a little bit further apart and release that arm down to the ground. Now, if you can let your head relax as well, even better. And then just let your arm be still down there. And it might move of its own accord. And then we're going to bend the knees, breathe in and stretch up on that right side. And really breathe in as you reach up. Feel the ribs expand, the lungs. And as you breathe out, just let your arm come down. Let's do the same on the other side. Let's do some fingers on the left. All of them together first of all. And then just begin to isolate it. So your thumb loosens up. Your first finger. Middle finger, ring finger, and a little finger. Palm, the wrist. So we're just shaking away any tension, tiredness. Let it flow up into the elbow, your bicep and your shoulder. And then you just tilt forward. As you tilt forward, shaking down to the ground, down to the earth. And then just let your arm relax there. Take a nice deep breath in and reach up. Reaching up on that left side. And actually, take a breath in. As you breathe out, let that arm come overhead. We need to do this on the other side because I forgot. Take another breath in and breathe out as that arm comes down. And then just lift your right arm back up. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, let that arm come over. So you get a nice stretch down through the right. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, let the arm come down. Step your feet closer together. Give both arms a shake and lift them both up through the midline. Give them both a shake up overhead. I like that. I can see some smiles happening. And then just pause, reach up and feel the whole spine lengthen. Feel the sternum lift and take a breath in. As you breathe out, let those arms come down, let your shoulders relax and just create that circle in front. Both shoulders come up towards your ears, breathe in. And sigh that breath out, let your shoulders relax down. We'll do it 2 more times. So lift in, breathing in. Breathe out, relax. And then give them a nice shrug. Both shoulders back up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, relax those shoulders down. Pop your core muscles on and take your weight into your left foot. And lift your right foot, circle your toes. So as we're balancing, you can find a spot on the floor or forwards. Just circle your toes a few times. Change direction when it feels good for you. And then give your foot a shake. Feel the sole of the foot and the ball of the foot, your heel, your toes. And then let that lovely shaking movement go into your calf muscle, your knee, into the thigh, hip. And then let the leg come to the front. And then I always like to put my arms out as you take your leg across your body. And then bring the foot back around, place it down. Take the weight into the right leg, lift the left foot. Use your glutes to support you, your core muscles. And we'll just circle a few times to the left and then change, go the other way. And then give your foot a shake, loosen up the sole of the foot, your calf muscle, your knee. Feel it go up into your thigh and into your hip. And then let the leg come to the front. And then taking it across the body. And then bring your foot around, place it back down on the ground. And the best bit, give your whole body a shake out. I'm just going to let my little friend in because she's at the door, I think. Come on in. Come on. No. I'll just leave it ajar, then she can come in if she wants to. So, I'm coming back to standing. In fact, we'll come up to the shoulders and we'll just relax the shoulders. I didn't do this in yesterday's class, and I think it's probably one of the most important activation movements we do. You're just circling your shoulders. Begin to lift your elbows. And feel the movement coming right from the feet. So it comes through your ankles and knees. You're creating space in the ribs. And then just lengthen the arms down and swing the arms through. And that gives you a bit of compression in the kidneys. Gives you a boost of energy. And then we'll come back to the elbows. Into the shoulders. And then just let both shoulders relax. Take a breath in, feel the spine lengthen. And then let your knees just be very soft and start turning from left to right. And feel as though your arms have no bones in them. They move and they tap in low to begin with. Parker's come in and she's sat by the radiator. She's just over there. Much happier now the cat's back with me. It's weird when you, I mean, I've always had pets, but I've never had a pet like a cat. And I was a bit devastated when I kind of lost her, but I'm so happy now. So we'll let the arms come up that little bit higher. You're just tapping in around the middle of your back. And then we're going to go to shoulder height. I think when you live on your own, if you've not got a pet, I end up talking to myself. But if I've got the cats, it's like I'm talking to the cat. And then let your arms go up overhead. But when we train to be yoga teachers, we train to be able to, because obviously I had to learn how to speak on a camera and to yoga students, I practice talking out loud quite a lot. Feel that lovely movement in your spine and notice the warm air above, the element of air, space. And then let your arms come back down, noticing how light they feel. And then we're going to go into the second stage, so lift your heels from the ground and lengthen your spine, lift the sternum. And really enjoy your yoga, enjoy your twist. No strain, no pain. And then we'll get the arms to come up again. Become slightly more dynamic. And then we'll let the arms go up into that space above again. And then let the arms softly come down. And then our third stage is just to bend the knees and sink. And the main thing with this twist is to make sure that you feel steady and safe. And then come back to standing. Your hands on your hips, circle your hips a few times. To your standing position. We're going to do a few spinal waves. We're going to prepare the spine for our sun salutations and things. So first of all, we'll come into Tadasana mountain pose. So just check that your feet are hip distance. So you can bring the fist between the two arches of your feet, close one eye, and that's a nice, easy way of getting that equal space. And then lift your toes and stretch your toes out and make a connection with the ground underneath. And then encourage the soles of the feet to spread, like they're two plates. Heels sink down, the arches of the foot slightly lift. We're just going to begin to draw that earth energy, that steadiness into the legs. Keep your knees nice and soft. Rise up into the hips and pelvis and just breathe out as you lift that pelvic floor muscle. Feel your hips and pelvis come into neutral. And then just gently tighten the muscles in the legs. So you squeeze all the muscles in the legs, the quads, the calf muscles. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, release and relax those muscles. But still keep your core muscles switched on about 60%. So we're going to breathe in now and lengthen the spine, let the sternum lift. Let your shoulders lift up and just take them back. You might want to take a few breaths just to get into that perfect posture. Spine lengthen, chin draws in to lengthen the neck, and the crown rises up. We just first of all enter into that place of stillness. The longest night, shortest day. Let the backs of the hands come close in front of the body. And we're just going to breathe in and reach up, let the sternum lift. And then as you breathe out, keep your hands close to your body and just come down into that forward bend. Bend your knees, engage core, and rise back up. Stacking each vertebra as you lift. Breathe out, flow down. Lovely. Bend your knees, engaging core, and just lifting up, stacking each vertebra. And you lift up and your arms open. Lovely. Coming back down one more time. This time, just stay down there for a moment or two. Let the crown of the head hover over the ground. Bend your knees. Let your abdomen rest onto your thighs and just enjoy that forward bend. Connect into steadiness and strength. And then we're going to come up, really slowly, stack each vertebra. Take your hands through the midline and reach up. Open the arms out first of all, and then let your palms come together. And then we're just going to let the body come over to the right side. So you've got a nice big stretch down through the left. Engage core, breathe in, lift up and go over to the other side. Lift up one more time, palms face up. And then feel as though you're drawing down. Hands down in front. Final time, come down into your forward bend. And we're just going to spend a moment or two down here. Nice long, even breaths. And then turn the backs of the hands down towards the ground. Bend your knees, engage core. And as you come up, it's like something is expanding in front and the arms go out to the side. And you're going to turn your palms up. Just extend a little bit further. Breathe in. And the hands come up overhead. And you guide those hands down in front of your heart. And you might want to just close your eyes and rest in that stillness. Release your hands, let your hands come down. Beautiful. So we're going to begin our journey through the elements, and we're going to start off with the Jeru Star energization sequence. And this one, it connects us to the element of air, of space. First of all, bring your palms together and just rub your hands together. I think it's always nice to build a bit of friction, build a bit of that spiky, sparkly sort of feel in your hands, and then take them apart, pulse them in and out a little bit. And then bring them back together and do it again. But this time, don't forget the backs of the hands. And just start pulsing them in and out as if there's something quite tactile, something quite stretchy between the palms. And you let the whole body move. You breathe in as they draw apart, breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. So we've got expansion in the ribs, oxygen flowing into the lungs. The whole body actually moves. We're going to bring the palms closer together. Now turn the palms up, lift the hands up to heart level, and then send the palms forwards. Breathe in, draw the palms back. Breathe out, extending forwards. And you've got a lovely spinal wave that happens. You're moving with your breath. And we're guiding in calm, strength. And as you move, feel as though you're extending light forwards and drawing it backwards. And this light emanates from your heart center. So this time, instead of sending the palms forward, we're going to draw the hands in. And then this time, we're going to send the arms out to the side. So your palms face away. You breathe in, you draw backs of the hands in. Breathe out. There's a sink into the knees. Breathe in and breathe out. So we've got the star is now in 3D. So we've got forwards and sideways. Breathing back into heart center and breathe out. Then final time, extending the arms out. Breathing back to the heart. Now turn your hips towards the right. And your right arm is going to go behind and your left arm goes in front. But you look behind. I'm going to look forward so I can see you though. And then breathe in, come back to the front, let your hips rotate to the front, go the other way, and breathe out. Left arm goes behind, right arm goes in front. Lovely stretch. Breathe in back to the front, turn to the right, breathe out. Breathe in back to the front and breathe out. So the movement comes right from the soles of the feet through your knees and hips. That's it, extend back to the front. And then, there we go. Coming back to the front this time. Yeah, we'll do one more. So the right arm goes behind, left arm in front. We'll do one more on the left. And then come back to the front. Now your right arm is going to go up on a diagonal. And the left arm goes down. And the palm faces down to the earth. And the right palm's facing up. And got a lovely cross stretch through the back and through the chest. Breathe in back through that heart center and breathe out. And there's a slight straightening of the legs as well. Breathe in back to the heart. Breathe out. Through the heart center. Reach. Just a few more times, breathing in, breathing out. Back through the heart, extending that light, stretching into the star shape. Final time, one more on each side. Beautiful. Now, let your hands come back to your heart. And we're going to take both arms up. And you just let your knees soften a little bit, sink down into the feet and the hips. And then turning your palms down, breathe in, back to heart center. And then as you breathe out, flow forwards and down into your forward bend. And then bend your knees, engage core, lift up, palms face up. Back up to the heart. And then we're going down again. Sorry, the knees are going down, the arms are going up. And then breathing into the heart. And you breathe out as you come down to the earth. Breathing in, back up to heart center. Breathing out as the arms go up, knees sink down. Lovely. Final time, breathing into heart and down to the earth. And then this time, lifting all the way back up. Let your hands go up above your body. Let your palms come together. And just guide those hands down to rest in front of your heart center, Anahata. And you can close your eyes and just be still in that steadiness, that calm and peace you've created. You can notice the steady ground underneath your feet, connection through your palms. And then release your hands, let your hands come down by your sides. If you feel like you want to drink water or something, we just entered into this beautiful stillness. We're going to begin now to work with our Surya Namaskar, the salutation to the sun. I know we're celebrating the return of our beautiful sunshine, the longer days, but what we're working with really is the solar energy within the body. So when we work with sun salutation, the body gets warmer and things start to happen and a change can occur. And that's one of the reasons why people do it every day upon waking, because it can give you a real nice boost. So step to the front of your mat. I'm going to do it quite slowly today, but I'm going to try to do it quite slowly. And I'll offer alternatives as well. So we'll all do the nice version with the cat first of all. So I'm going to bring you into a nice Tadasana. Feel the soles of the feet, your toes. Just let your awareness rise up through your heels, your knees, your hips. Park your pelvis, breathe out. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Get your shoulders back. Draw your chin in to lengthen your neck. And just take a few breaths. Your palms come together in front of your heart. Then we're going to release the wrists. So just draw your wrists apart. Turn your fingers down towards the earth. And then you turn the fingers towards your heart so the wrists rotate. And then the hands come down. That starts off with a big offering. Let your knees bend and then turn the backs of the hands towards each other. Lift up. With your breath, blow down to the ground. Keep your hands close to your body. Bend your knees, engage core, and rise up. A beautiful flow, lifting up to that sun, opening out to life. Down we flow. Lifting up, stacking each vertebra. Energizing the body with that breath. Third time, coming down and flat. And then we're going to lift up one final time. Really focus on lifting the sternum. Now this time, your hands come down. Place both of your hands somewhere near your feet. Bend your knees. And all we're going to do is step back with your right foot and bring your knee down onto the mat. And just lift up so you come into the runner position. And I think as it's morning, it might be worth doing a few extra stretches. So just place your hands behind your knee and sink down so you stretch your psoas muscle. Keep some nice space between your chest and your thigh. And then engage core, breathe in, lift back up so you're upright, core muscles on. Have your palms facing towards one another. And then we're going to fold the body down towards that thigh. Lift your arms up behind. Keep your head in line with your spine. Now really engage core, breathe in. And sweep the arms through so your arms come to eye level. Lovely, we're going to fold back down. We do this bit 3 times. And this time you come up, your arms lift a bit higher. Sternum lift, fold back down into your thigh. And then on your 3rd time, lift up. And really feel as though you're embracing that sun. You're embracing your solar energy. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, fold back down into that thigh. Let your arms go behind. But then bring both hands down. Place them either side of your foot. And then all we're going to do is lift up. Bring both knees together. Bring both palms forward. And then you're going to stretch back with your right foot, tuck your right toes under, and then your left, and drop the body down into plank position. So this is strengthening your arms and just letting the whole of your body become strong. Strengthening your core as well. And then lower your body down. You can bring your knees down first if you want, then your chest, then your chin. Or you can just come down however you like. And then relax your body. Just let the body completely soften onto the mat. Slide your palms forward so your thumbs are in line with your eyes. And we're going to gently lift up into Sphinx pose. So first of all, breathe out. Engage core and feel a hollowing through your spine. Use your abdominal muscles. Bring your elbows in. Underneath your shoulders, forearms flat, fingers separate, and the body just is. You feel as though there is a lengthening through your spine. Sternum lifts, and the chin's parallel to the floor, and just hold that that shape for a moment or two. Begin to turn your head to the right side. Turn your head to the left. Let your head come back to the center, and then let your chin just drop down towards your chest so you feel a stretch through the back of the neck. Breathe in, engage core, lift your head back up. Breathe out. And then let your elbows go back out to the side, let your body come down. We're going to slide the hands back, so your hands are by your ribs. Press down, come up into cat pose. So your shoulders are above your hands and your hips are above your knees. First of all, breathe out. And then engage your core muscles, so lift pelvic floor, glutes, abdominals, and let your back arch up to the ceiling. Chin comes in towards your chest. And then we're going to reverse that wave, moving down through each vertebra. Head comes up last of all. And then just get into that beautiful wave through your spine. Breathing in as your head comes up. And you're breathing out as your back arches. And as we're working with solar energy, you can feel as though that warm light of the sun is present at the base of your spine. And each time you move, that warm light flows through and it clears away any tightness, any pain, any blockages. Just let your body flow. Lovely. Enjoy one more of those. And then come back to neutral. You're then going to come up onto your knees and bring your left leg forward. Pop your glutes on your core muscles. And we're just going to have a little stretch into the psoas. Just feel that muscle lengthening, stretching out for you. And then engage core, lift back up, palms face one another, and then you flowing down. Working with your breath, so breathing in, hands come to eye level, breathe out. It's all about softness, flow, lifting up, coming down. It will really boost your digestive organs. Third time, come up, embrace that sun. Nice big deep breath, sternum's lifted, pecs are stretched. Coming back down, final time. Arms softly move behind. Place your hands either side of your foot. You're going to tuck your back toes under. Lift up and step both feet back together at the front of your mat. And then we come up to standing. 3 times, opening out to that sunshine. You're doing fabulous today. Coming down to the ground. Breathing in, lifting up, stacking each vertebra. There we go, my focus went there. Coming down, I think that's 3 times, isn't it? So we'll come up one more time. And flowing down, back down to your mat. Place your hands down either side of your feet. Now this time you're going to step back with your left foot. Bring your left knee down onto the mat. And then we go into runner pose. So back into runner, palms go behind. Breathe in, hands come to eye level. Breathe out. Lifting a little bit higher each time. Third time, embrace that sun. Feel energized, strong. Just having a sense of gratitude. That solar energy, boosting self-esteem, resilience. And then come back down, final time. Place your hands either side of your feet. Now, if you want to do it the way we've just done it, please do. If you want to do it the other way, you're going to tuck your back toes under, lift your front foot, and place both feet together at the end of the mat. Then drop your hips down so you come into plank pose. I can't do this now without thinking about what Lynn said about how yoga had strengthened her arms so much that she could drive a awkward trolley at Morrison's. So they have a little giggle while you're strengthening your arms. And then come down, let your knees come down, lift your hips, bring your chest down and then your chin. So you've got 8 points attached to the floor. And then relax your toes, bring your body down. And then we're going to come into Cobra pose. So if you want to do the Sphinx, please do. Coming into Cobra, you want to feel each vertebra using your core muscles, your strength, lifting your sternum, elbows in towards your body. And just take a couple of breaths here in this strong back bend. Bring the body down when you're ready. Take your hands back, one hand length. Press down into your palms, lift up. So you're onto your hands and knees. So you can either do cat pose, or if you want to come up into dog, tuck your toes under, take your abdomen towards your thighs and lift your hips and pelvis. And we're going to spend a few moments in the dog. So first of all, once you get up here, make sure you're comfy, adjust your feet, and then just lift your heels off the mat. So you're stretching your hamstrings. Your head is relaxed between your arms. Fingers are separated. Your hands feel strong. And then step your feet to the sides of your mat. Imagine you've got a thread attached to the base of your spine. That thread is going to lengthen your spine, lifting the coccyx. On the balls of the feet. And then you can lower your heels down, and the heels may or may not come down, but do not lock your legs. Keep your knees slightly bent. Take a few breaths here. This is restoring your vitality. It's bringing blood to your brain, your eyesight. And then step your feet back together. Bring your right leg forward towards your hands. And bring your left knee down onto the mat. Or you can do it the other way. And then we're going back into runner in flight. I trust that you're all with me. Breathe in, hands come to eye level. Yep. Coming back down, back into that thigh. Lifting that little bit more. Folding down. Third time, lift up, embrace that sun. Take some nice, steady, even breaths here, feeling the strength in your body and having a sense of, just a sense of achievement, really. Like you come to yoga every week, dedication. And then softly flow back down. Bring your hands either side of your foot, tuck your back toes under, step both feet back together. At the front of your mat. And we're going to rise up 3 times. Breathing in, lifting up, opening out to that sunshine. That solar energy. You're boosting your energy, coming down to the mat. Breathing in, flowing. Really enjoying your yoga. This is our 3rd time coming up. Just come back down one more time. This time you come up, pause for a moment, let your palms face the sky. Feel the sternum lifted. Breathe in, breathe out. And you're going to bring your palms together up overhead. And guide those hands down in front of your heart. Close your eyes for a moment or two. Just scan through your body, scan through your feet, your ankles, knees, your hips. Notice the palms connected. And releasing your hands, let your hands come down by your sides. And then just standing in that stillness. peace that you've created. I'm going to invite you to come down onto your tummies and have a rest. So come down onto your mats, onto your front. Separate your feet wide, heels in, toes pointed out. Taking all the pressure off the spine. Hold one arm on top of the other, and your forehead rests onto your arms. Just taking some nice deep breaths. Taking your awareness from your feet. Through your knees, your quads, your hips, your thighs. Breathe in, let your belly press down to the earth. Breathe out with that softness. Awareness flows up through your spine, into your chest, your arms. And then just bringing your heels in closer together. Slide your hands in underneath your shoulders and lift up. You come into that pose of a child. So your back stretched out, your arms are out in front. And then guide your hands back. So your palms are facing up. And the hands are by the ankles. And your forehead's down on the mat. You can feel that space in your back. And just begin to lift yourself back up into your kneeling position. And then we are actually going to come back up to standing. So I hope that you're all right. I'm going to come back up to stand up. And I thought, as we're going to work with the earth sequence, I've opened my window a little bit and the curtains a little bit. And I can see the garden outside, and it's very green, verdant green. It's beautiful. Say it's this time of year. I'm not sure what's happened down there. So we've worked with our solar energy. We've got that boosted. We're moving, and it's really important to stay grounded and focused. So we're going to work with beautiful flowing earth sequence, Prithvi Namaskar. So although we're saluting the solid earth outside, our earth is our physical body. And the earth element within the body resides around the legs and the base and your feet. So first of all, again, tune into that strength within your body. Feel the strength in your feet, your calves, your knees. Bring your hips and pelvis into neutral. Sternum lifts. And interlace your fingers just in front of the navel. Breathe in, let the hands come up to throat level. Keep elbows high. Turn fingers down towards the earth, sink into your knees. Your hands come down, create that circle in front. And we lift up and we release. You're breathing in, all movements follow the breath. You breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Keep breathing in, that steadiness. Breathing out, connecting. Breathing in, lifting. Breathing out, softening. So it reminds us of the cycles, the rhythm of nature. It reminds us of that the light will always return. I can't control it, it just happens. So breathing into throat center. Breathing out, breathe in. And release. One more in this style. Really feeling that strength in your legs. I'll keep your arms low. Step your feet out a little bit. Turn your toes out, have your heels pointed. The heels are in. We're going to sink the base of the body down to the ground. So essentially, we're going to do a bit of a squat. So let your hands come up to the level of your throat. And then as you come down, bend your knees and just let the base sink down. Come down as far as what's good for you. And then you lift up, arms come up overhead. Release the arms down. So breathing into throat, sinking down, core muscles engage and lift, release. So as we've been working with that element of light, warmth, again, you can feel as though that light's pouring down from your heart through your arms and hands. We end up with these circles of light within circles. Beautiful. Just coming down one more time, lowering the base. That trust. Now step your right foot forward, have your left foot behind, and just check you can transfer your weight between the two. I'm just going this way so I can see you. Come back to the central point. Check that your hips are square over that right leg. Interlace your hands again. And breathe in up to the level of your throat. And then as you breathe out, keep your hands close to your body, bend your knee, and just take your weight forward. Create that circle. Lovely stretch through the back. And then as you breathe out, you straighten your legs. And we work with that several times. Just flowing, moving, synchronizing. And when we work with flowing movements and sequences, we really help to get that prana, that life force energy moving through your body. And that's what makes life easy. We've got high prana. Next time your arms come up overhead, just pause for a second. I'm going to face forward so I can see. You guys can stay that way if you like. And then just let your awareness go down to your feet. I feel as they've got suckers on the bottom of your soles and they're anchoring you down into that earth. You've got your front knee slightly bent, hips and pelvis in neutral. And then just rotate your hands so your palms come together. And you sink into a really gentle warrior pose. Let the weight come down through your hips. And then if you feel really steady, just let your head look up towards the back of your wrists. And let the head look forward. Re-interlace your hands, breathe in, stretch up, straighten that front leg, and let your arms come down. Change your feet so your left foot is first. Your movement so you can flow. To neutral position, core muscles on, re-interlace your fingers, breathe in to throat center. So it's connecting you to your vishuddhi. Sink forward, lift up, breathe out, release, let go. The earth supports us. Wonderful. Next time your arms come up overhead, just pause. Breathe out. Then check down into your feet, feel anchored and strong through your soles of your feet, your calf muscles, your knees over your ankle, hips and pelvis in neutral, sternum lift, rotate your palms. Palms are together. Look up towards your wrists, And there you are in your Earth Warrior. Steadiness, strength, resilience, all the qualities. Reinterlace your hands, stretch up and release. Let those arms come down. Your body come back to the front and you probably in a nice wide leg stance. Interlace your hands again. We're going to breathe into throat level. Now this time come down very, very, very slowly. We're just going to do this twice. So come down slowly, and when you need to bend your knees and just let your body relax here. You can place your hands onto the earth and feel as though you're letting it all go. Sending it over to the earth. As you rise up, come up slowly, steadily, lifting the arms up. And those arms flow down, creating that circle all around. We're just going to do that one more time. So breathing into throat level. Breathe out, flow down. Bend your knees, let your body rest there. As you rise up, just let the body come all the way up. Hands come down either side of your body. Step your feet back together. Let your right palm be on the bottom, left palm on top. Connect the tips of your thumbs, close your eyes. Just bathe in that stillness. We'll become very grounded, steady and strong. Push your thumbs together, let your palms come together. Feel that connection. So we've worked with the element of air, worked with the element of fire and earth. Now we need some water. So I'm going to invite you to come down onto your knees. Oops. I'm trying, I'm not getting down. Sometimes they just say no. Get something to put your knees onto. Oh dear. So the water element, we work with the moon sequence. Yeah, pop your cardies or your jumpers. Make sure you're nice and warm. We're going to work with the flowing moon sequence. So when we work with moon sequence, its alignment is not that important. It's all about the yin energy. So it's about softness, about letting it go. And we'll start by bringing palms together. And first of all, pop your core muscles on, feel your spine lengthen, put your hips into neutral. And we're going to breathe in and rise up at the same time. So you're breathing in, rising up, and then let your left foot come forward. Pop your glutes on and your core muscles, keep your hips and pelvis in neutral. Breathe in, pressing palms together. And breathe out, point the hands forward and extend those arms out in front. You feel a lovely stretch through your back. Separate the palms, breathe in and open the arms out. Breathe out, palms face up. Breathe in, let your palms come together so they unite up above the crown, and then your hands come down in front of your heart. Peel the hands apart once more. And as you breathe out, they face up. So there's two ways we can do this, and I'll do both of them. So you're going to turn your hips towards the left. You can bring your forearm onto your thigh, and then you just raise that right arm up and you look up. Or you can turn and bring your left hand down and place it on the outside of your left foot. Turn from the base of the spine and look up now. I find that a lot easier, but you might not do. As long as you look up to the sun, or the moon, sorry, looking up to the moon, aren't we? And then look down to the earth And then you let your head look as if you're looking to the horizon. And then use your core muscles and breath and use that to bring you back to that steady position. Brilliant. Turn the other way now, and you can either place your forearm onto your thigh or down onto the ground by your foot. Turn from the base of the spine, look up towards your left hand. Don't worry about straightening the arm. It's all about softness. Look back to the earth, feel grounded, and then let your head look as if you're looking to the horizon. Core muscles on, breathe in and lift. Back up. Wonderful. Bring palms together up overhead. So you're uniting the sun, the moon. Hands come down in front of the heart. And then you guide your hands in towards your heart. Bring your knee in. I'm just going to pivot around. Same as before, stretch your palms forward, place them down. Stretch your right leg back, tuck your toes under, and then the left. Let your body drop into plank position. Core muscles on, and then you slowly lower your body down and come down however you wish. So you come down onto the mat and then slide your thumbs to eye level. Breathe out, and then we come up into Sphinx pose. So you're hollowing each vertebra. Bring your elbows in underneath your shoulders, forearms down, fingers are separated, and you just stretch through your spine. Imagine there's a thread attached to your sternum. You'll feel compression in the lumbar part of the spine. And then turn your eyes to the right side and let your head turn to the right. Turn your eyes towards the left side and then turn your head to the left. Eyes turn back to the right and your head turns to the right. Eyes turn to the left and your head moves to the left. And then bring your head back to neutral. Let your chin come down towards the chest. Let the weight of the head stretch out the cervical vertebra. A nice big deep breath in. And then let your elbows go out to the side, bring your body down. Hold one arm on top of the other, separate your feet wide. We're just going to rest into crocodile pose for just a few breaths. As you breathe, the belly presses down into the mat. On this longest night, you allow your body to rest. Lay down any thoughts, feelings, emotions, complications. Just allowing your body to let go. And breathing in and really feeling the belly, the abdomen, the hips, the pelvis. And as you breathe out, really relax that region of your body. Then begin to step your feet closer together. Walking the knees in. Slide your hands in underneath your shoulders. And lift yourself back into that pose of a child. So it's a restorative pose. Forehead rests onto the mat. And then bringing your hands back by your ankles. And then begin to lift up. Bring your palms together once more. And then rising back up to that kneeling position. And then this time you're going to bring your right knee forward, so right foot forward. And then pop your glutes on, core muscles, hips, pelvis, neutral, spine lengthened. Feel the connection between your two palms. Breathe in. As you breathe out, turn fingers forward, extend those arms forward, reach them forward. Breathe in, peel the hands apart. Palms face up. Breathe in, let your palms come together overhead. And breathe out as the hands come down. Arms are straight, that's it. Breathe in, open up. And then just let the hands, the shoulder micro movement in your palms face up. Just that you're holding the moon. Turning towards the right side now. Bring in your right, either forearm onto your thigh, or the hand comes down on the outside of the foot. Turn from the base of the spine and lift your left arm up, directing that awareness up. Turn your head so you look to the earth. And then turn your head so you look to the horizon. Engage core, breathe in, let your body lift back up, palms face upward. Turning the other way. The left hand comes down on the inside of the right foot, or onto the thigh. Turn from the base of the spine, up the legs. Looking down to the earth. You're grounded, connected, secure. Look to the horizon. Engage core. Return back. Starting position. Palms connect up overhead. Bringing the hands down in front. Slicing through illusion. Means that aren't quite as they seem. And then you bring your hands into your heart. Bring both knees down. And come down. Release your hands, let your hands come down. If you're comfortable on your knees, you can stay there, or you can come down into a seated position. I'm just going to invite you to just be still for a moment. Close your eyes. Just rest in that place of peacefulness. Feeling that the elements within your body balanced, harmonized. A sense of calm and peace. And then I'm going to invite you to come down onto your backs and lay down. And stretch your legs out and make yourself so comfortable. We've reached the part of the class where you get to be still. You don't have to do anything at all. Settling yourselves down. Stretching your legs out. Your toes roll out to the sides. Place your hands a comfortable distance from your body with the palms facing upwards. Take the back of the head feels comfy and your weight's evenly distributed. We're just going to begin by scanning through the body and just scan up from the soles of your feet. And just check that your soles of the feet relaxed, your toes, the top of the foot, your ankle, calf muscles, the shins, the knees, quads, the hips, front of the body, your shoulders, your arms and your hands, and then your face. Well, first of all, just work with the physical body. So we're just going to tighten the muscles, every single muscle in the body, just squeezing into them, contracting those muscles in the legs, the glutes, lifting the kneecaps, core muscles come on, pressing the arms down into the mat and breathing in. When the out breath arrives, just start to soften the body. Softening the feet, the legs. And then doing that again. So breathing in and tightening all the muscles again, squeezing into that tightness. And then breathe out and softly, softly relax, soften all the muscles. And then we're going to do that again, but just half of that amount, so just 50%. So again, you tighten the glutes, core muscles, shoulders. Breathe in just half of that amount and breathe out. Breathe in again. And then this time as you breathe out, soften the body. And then we're going to move right down to the soles of the feet. And we're going to breathe in a really nice feeling of peacefulness and softness. And allow that softness to soothe the sole of your foot, your toes. It expands into the bones within your foot and the ankle. And it feels nurturing and soft. And just breathe that wonderful feeling in. And breathe out, relax and let go. Softness now comes into your knees. It softens the front of the knee, the back of the knee. And that nurturing feeling makes its way into the quad, to your thigh muscle. And then into the glutes, it softens the glutes, it soothes them. And then you breathe out. Nurturing feeling now comes into the hips, into the pelvis. And it moves into the organs within that area. Really nurturing the organs deep within your system. Reproductive organs, organs of elimination, breathing into them. And breathing out. Softness now moves up into the belly, into the abdomen, into the back of the body, the sacrum. Softness soothes and it heals. And then as you breathe out, the body lets go. Allow the softness now to come into your fingers, to the palm of the hand, just breathing it in. Expanding into the wrist, the forearm, the elbows and the biceps. Just breathing in that feeling. And then you breathe out. Allow that feeling, that settled feeling now to come into the chest, into the throat. Just breathing it in, allowing it to move into any space within your body that needs that extra bit of attention on this day. Just taking your time. And you breathe out. Softness now moves into the face, your eyebrows, cheeks, your mouth. If you're holding on to any tension at all, just give it permission to be released. And then let your awareness just come underneath the nostrils. And as you breathe in, notice the coolness of your breath. Sound of that breath. And allow that breath to be received. Your body expands, it fills up. And as you breathe out this time, it's going to invite you to spend a few moments just simply resting in this sanctuary. The elements of earth, air, fire, water, ether, completely balanced within your system. Physical energy system, your subtle energy system. I'm at peace and all is well within my world. I'm at peace and all is well within my world. So just starting now to become aware of your physical body once more. Take a deep breath in and notice the ground underneath you, the earth, that solid space. And just start to move your fingers and toes and face and have a wriggle. And we're going to use the brightness of the sun to re-energize the body. So just above the crown of your head, allow yourself to visualize the brightest light, the light of our sun, Surya. And invite that light to pour down over your body and to energize you, to fill you up, that return of the light. Radiant light pours over the face, energizing the body, awakening the eyes, the senses of hearing, speech, sense of smell. That light flows down over your shoulders, down through the central column of the body, and it flows rapidly, like a river of light, flowing down into the pathways within your body, into the organs, boosting your immune system, boosting your resilience, optimism, generosity. And that light pours down over your arms, into your hands. And just start moving now, if you haven't already. Turn over onto whichever side suits you best today. And then just taking a final moment's rest in that stillness. And just having the confidence that you know you can return to the still place at any point. Just quieting the mind. And then pressing your palms down into the mat and coming back into your seated position. Rubbing your hands together, just starting to feel the connection between the palms and the warmth. And then I'm hoping your hands are nice and warm. So place them over your eyes. And let the eyes open up first of all into that darkness, as if it's the night sky. And then start to separate your fingers. And the light starts to travel in and your eyes adjust. Give your forehead a tap. Tap your crown of your head and just tap all the way down through your body, through the eyebrows, the cheeks, the jaw, top of the lip. Tap yourself back into the day. Dust off any moon dust, stardust, sun dust. Oh, there you are. Open up your arms really wide and give yourself a big generous hug. Oh, lovely. I'll give the other side a hug as well. Oh, it's so nice. I can see everyone's Christmassiness. And then bring your arms up overhead. Let your palms come together. And just guide your hands down in front of your sacred hearts. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace. And release your hands, let your hands come down. And just end with that lovely mantra. I'm at peace and all is well within my world. I'm at peace and all is well within my world. And I do hope that you enjoyed this morning's journey through the elements and the solstice and everything. It's been an absolute, I just love teaching